Hi and welcome to another product demo from fobfix.com. Today we're going to be demoing our Mazda proximity key programmer using this 16-plate Mazda MX5. Now we're just going to be deleting the factory keys and then re-adding them back in and showing you the process. These are the two factory keys. Both of them operate the vehicle's central locking. Do that one and lock it back up. And they obviously work on the proximity. Now, for these vehicles, all the operations for the programmer have to be done. I'll just leave the door open a crack. All the operations have to be done with the dashboard turned on. Now, if you've got keys for the vehicle, that's pretty simple. Just climb in and turn it on. But the actual programmer does have a force ignition mode, which will turn on the dash for you if you've got no keys. And when we show you when we've deleted the keys, you can't actually turn the dash on because the vehicle doesn't sense any keys, and the force ignition mode comes into play there. So what we'll do is we will just turn the ignition on, show you, beep beep, that's wanting the clutch down, and if I show you the vehicle starting, that's perfectly fine. Now what we'll do is we'll do the check the number of keys that are programmed, which is all the switches down. Again, we'll put the ignition on. So that's 2 presses. Lights on the dash lit. This dash is lit up. Get that there. Now I think we can see the OBD port is just under the dash here, and we'll just try and angle it so we can see the LED on the tool as well. It's just there we go. A little purple flash was a force ignition indicator, but we don't need it because we've got the ignition on. Might lights up my shoe nice and green, but yeah, 2 green beeps show us 2 keys programmed. Now, what we'll do is I'll show you the first mode of forcing the ignition. Now, the ignition comes on quite readily because we've got 2 programmed proximity keys in the vehicle. What we'll do is we'll pop them down there on the floor. The car's screaming that we've left without turning the ignition off, so we'll do that. There we go. If we try and turn the ignition on now, the little light will flash on the start button green and it won't come on. There's no way of actually pop the clutch down. So what we need to do there is, it might be a little bit tricky this one, we'll leave it in check keys mode, which is again, let me just focus on this, with all switches down. I'm going to put it in, and remember that double purple beep. What we're going to do is we're going to hold the start button down while plugging the unit in. This might be a bit tricky because I'm juggling the phone at the same time, but we'll try doing this. So what we'll do is pop that in. There we go. And when it goes orange, press it one more time and the dash will light up. That's the only way of getting the ignition on if you don't have the keys. Right, we'll leave the ignition on because what we're going to do right now is set the programmer into delete key mode, and that will remove all the keys from the vehicle. It's pretty quick, but again, I'll just pop that in there. Show you that doing. It's a bit 2 blue beeps to show you it's in delete key mode, the usual. Get the forced ignition symbol, and then about 10-15 seconds we get 5 red beeps to show us there are 0 keys programmed to the vehicle. There you go. Little immobiliser light flashing, it can't detect any keys. And now if we turn the ignition off, dash goes to sleep, car goes to sleep, and because we've 0 keys programmed, we can't even get a little flashing green light from the button. It's almost like the car's just completely shut down. It's not detecting any keys, that's why. In this case, we don't press and hold the button. We can get the dash back on again, so we go back to check key mode. We plug the unit in and we wait for the purple indicator before we press the ignition twice. There we go. And that gets us the dash on. Again, no keys programmed. So what we'll do is, we'll add these 2 keys in now, grab them back here. And here's a procedure for adding the keys back in. We'll just keep the keys separate because we do need to do them in order, so we don't mix things up. Oh, and now we've dropped a key down there into the floor. The hazards of doing it in one take. There we go, let's try and put that somewhere safer. Right, so we need to be in add key mode, which is switch 4 up, dashboard on, plug the tool in, and what we're waiting for is a long blue beep. Hold the key with the symbol there, wait for the blue beep, and after the beep goes, press the clutch and the button will go green. That counted 1 key added. Let's pop that 1 key down there. Do it the same with the second one. Sorry, it's a bit choppy this bit, but add key mode again. Hold the key near the button, foot on the clutch, wait for the long blue beep. Clutch down, green light, clutch up. That's 2 keys programmed. And there's a minimum of 2 keys needed to be programmed to this vehicle for it to start. Now, that's the keys programmed themselves, and they will start the car if you press the button with them. But right now, the proximity system won't function. And that's why you'll get a little flashing security symbol there. And it's dead simple to pair these back up so that the proximity works as well. All you do, get the key, hold the symbol up against the button, pop the clutch down again, turn the ignition off, start the vehicle with 1 key, stop it, take your next key that needs synchronising, ignition's off, start the vehicle again, and that's both keys synchronised. There you go. That won't let me lock it because I've got the door open, but both keys programmed and synchronised. Exactly the same for just adding spare keys as well. Now, one little extra. If you can, please try and get proper aftermarket keys for the Mazdas. Either official ones from Mazda or decent quality aftermarket keys. What you do need to do is also match the button layout for the keys. These are 4 button ones. You do get ones with just 2, you get ones with 3, you get ones with 4. And you also get different types of key. Now, if I can just pop the key out of this one, if you look in the back, again, I try and get this to focus. There you go. If you can just make out where it says, if I can read this, it says, my old eyes are going. What does it say? SKE 13E-01. Now, there are SKE 13E-02s as well, so please don't mix those up, because on certain models of Mazda, you will get an error on the dashboard that says an error about the proximity key system if you program in the wrong keys or use incompatible aftermarket keys. You can get rid of the error by deleting those keys out of the system's memory and adding official keys back in, but just try and stick with decent quality keys and you shouldn't have that problem. Hope you enjoyed. All the best. See you in the next one.